Hello everyone, this is Kelly and I'd like to welcome you back to the Honeybee Stamps YouTube channel for day one of our Summer Stems release. All these products will be available at honeybeestamps.com on June the 15th. The first stamp set that I'd like to share with you today is called Let's Get Crafty. It's a 6 by 8 inch stamp set and you can see here it has all of our crafty friends covered. So if you like to paint, Copic color, hand lettering with the pins there at the top. There are paint brushes and paint tubes. There is a glue tube, there's a ruler and even scissors, clothespin, and then there's some small little extras like buttons and sequins. So this is so fun to create a crafty project. Now there is a coordinating die set that is available along with the Let's Get Crafty stamp set, and it is going to allow you to die cut all of these super cute crafty images. Let's take a look at that die set now. You can see all the little pieces, the scissors, the paint palette, even little spots where you can add the paint onto your palette. You can see that cute little glue bottle and clothespin there at the bottom. Even the little extras such as the sequins and the buttons have a coordinating die. So fun and easy to create a fun Let's Get Crafty card. I'll be creating a card with these products at the end of the video, so please hang out with me. Now next up is a super cute standalone die set, and this is called the Paint and Palette die. This is a cute little paper piecing set. You can see that palette there. There are the little paint blobs or paint swatches. There are two brush handles. There's different brush tips that you can add. There is a paint tube, a little blob of squirted out paint there to the right hand side, and there's even a little lid that goes on to that little paint tube. Now, staying in our crafty theme today, we have a brand new buzzword and it is crafty. You can see that beautiful scripty word there in the center, and then so many mix and match sentiments and words that are going to go along with that crafty word. So crafty friends stick together. There's crafty dude, crafty girl, crafty chick. You are my crafty person. Hey there. To my friend, crafty hugs. You inspire me, crafty goodness enclosed. Pretty sure it's all that glue, so you can kind of make some fun and a little more snarky sentiments there for your crafty friends. Now, as always, our buzzwords do have coordinating die sets. They're going to cut that beautiful scripty word, as you can see there at the top. And then there are two shadows, a basic shadow and then a second shadow that cuts around the edge and then has that really cute little pierced design that's going to emboss when you run that through your die machine. So lots of different ways that you can use the stamps and then the coordinating die set that goes along with this. Now next up in our buzzword collection is the word color. So again, perfect for all of those crafty cards. So you have the word color. You add so much color to my life. Your friendship adds so much color. You are my favorite color. You are beautiful like a rainbow. Wishing you a colorful day. You dream in color or I dream in color. So lots of different little mix and match words that are going to go perfect with the color buzzword. And just like our other buzzwords, this does have a coordinating die set. So again, it's going to cut out that beautiful scripty word. And then we have the two shadow dies. So you have that basic shadow and then the second one that's going to cut around the edge and add that pierced design that embosses as you run that through your die machine. So you can stack these up. You can just use the scripty word by itself. You can pair the stamp and the die. So lots of fun with the buzzword sets. Here is a look at that paint and palette die set along with our new color buzzword. You can see you are my favorite color. Now next is a great stamp set called High Five. You can see the heart there at the bottom that has the globe printed in, so fun to color. Lots of fun with the coordinating dies that go with this set, but lots of great sentiments as well, like you hold my heart. He's got the whole world in his hands. You can count on me. There's a hashtag, so you can add hashtag peace, hashtag love, hashtag you rock or I love you. Here is that coordinating die set. You can see the heart there, and then it's going to cut out all of those sentiments, including the hashtag. Now, there's another great, fun kind of coordinating die set that's going to pair great with these, and this is called Helping Hand. You can see the hand there, it cuts a heart, it cuts a peace sign, and even the little fingernails that go on the tips of each one of the fingers on the hand. You can either add that or not. So these are fun to all pair together to create a really fun and creative look. Now, I created a card in one of our live streams and using the hands and this coordinating stamp set, or the High Five stamp set, and I want to show you just a couple of little cool things that you can do with this trio of stamps and dies. So here are two hands kind of giving a high five. It says thanks for lending a hand. I even added the little fingernails and a diamond ring. So lots of fun with those stamps and dies. Now let's get into that card that I was talking about earlier, using that super cute Let's Get Crafty stamp and coordinating die set. Now I'm going to create a card that looks like kind of my grid mat there, my glass mat, and that's why I chose that grid paper that I pulled from one of our older pattern paper sets that's called Birthday Bash. But I am stamping and die cutting a ton of those Let's Get Crafty images. I'm going to make that card look like my messy, crafty desk. You know, the crafter math that we all talk about when we have created something and we've made a totally fun, crafty mess. So that's what look that I'm going for with my card. So I am, of course, using our Be Creative Intense Black ink. This ink is Copic friendly. I've got all those images into my MISTI. I'm going to use my little cleaning rag there to just get a nice good press on all those stamps. I'm going to go over that one more time with our Intense Black ink just to make sure all those images are nice and crisp, and then they will be ready to Copic color. I'm going to press that lid down one more time, and again go over it with my little rag there just to make it nice and smooth, and then these are ready to go. Now, because I am coloring right away, I'm going to Copic color right away. I am using my heat tool to make sure that that ink is good and dry and set up on that paper. That just ensures that when I go ahead and color these, that ink is not going to run or smear. So I like to do that with all of my inks, and yeah, just passing that little tip along to you. I am taking the coordinating dies, and I'm going to add those right over the top. You can see I've already got my rainbow of supplies here, and I'm taping those down with a little bit of highlighter or Easy C tape, and then I'm going to run those right through my die machine. You can see my nice fun rainbow pile of images over there onto the right. Now I decided to do kind of a fun little sentiment with this crafty set. You can excuse my reach there. I had put all my Copic markers away and then decided, hey, I can really make a really cool rainbow sentiment. So I'm just using the same colors I did as in all those images and pulling them out of my little Copic caddy that I have on my desk. And I'm making a rainbow on just some Neenah Solar White cardstock and just going across the colors that I used. So I went from red to orange to yellow, following the Roy G. Biv as I go across. Super easy just to kind of mark those colors down. Now, there's no worry in trying to blend or make this perfect as it goes across, because I'm going to use one of our new buzzword dies and die cut that scripty word out of this kind of handmade rainbow paper. So I'm going to take the Crafty buzzword, as you can see there. I tape that down, and then you can see as I have it cut out there on the right side, you can't really see that it's not blended perfectly or anything like that. It just makes a really fun kind of rainbow design die cut. I am now taking our liquid glue, so this is our Be Creative Precision Tip Glue, and I'm adding all of those fun die cuts onto my grid mat paper. So you can see there, it kind of looks like my messy desk there. I'm going to also take our liquid glue and add my Crafty die cut onto a vellum shadow. So I took that basic shadow that comes in the coordinating die set with all of our buzzwords, and I'm just adding that rainbow design right onto a vellum shadow piece. So once I get that added down and kind of get all my glue situated and everything kind of moved around where I want it to, that is ready to go. I am going to pop this onto some red cardstock, again keeping with the rainbow design. I thought that red would really pop as a layer back there. Add my little grid mat with all my crafty supplies down, and then I'm ready to go. I'm just going to add this onto a basic kind of really pale gray card base. Get that nice and scored and squished down with my bone folder, and then I'm going to add my whole little crafty mat there onto my card. And now all I need to do is add that crafty sentiment. So that can be glued on wherever I'd like it. Before I do that, I forgot about this part. I wanted to make a little shimmer, so I'm using my Nuvo Aqua Shimmer pen just to add a little glimmer and gloss there, and I put that over that crafty word and then on some of the little parts like the little paints and places onto those fun rainbow die cuts. Next, I'm going to take my liquid glue and add that right to the back of my Crafty buzzword die cuts stacked together there. Add that right into the center. And then for a little something to go with that, I stamped the word hugs, which is also in that Crafty buzzword stamp set. I stamped it onto black paper and heat embossed it with white embossing powder. And I'm just going to tuck that right in there with that crafty word. Kind of goes right down that Copic marker. It almost looks like a little label there. And then to finish everything off, I used a little bit of the clear Nuvo drops, added those onto the little paints there so it makes it look kind of wet and glossy. And then this card is pretty much all done here. Let me give you a close-up look. You can see the glimmer and shimmer of the glimmer pen onto the letters. You can see the wet glossy paints up there in the paint palette. And then here is a close-up look. This stamp set called Let's Get Crafty is so fun. Now all these products from day one you will find at honeybeestamps.com on June 15th. And I hope you'll join me again tomorrow for day 2. See you then. Bye-bye.